Kia orana and welcome to Pacific Pulse. I'm Tanya Nugent. Coming up, global ambitions, the Pacific push for a stake in the call centre industry. In training, Papua New Guinea's swimmers eye off New Caledonia. And traditional dance from Aboriginal Australia. In the last decade, many Western multinationals have outsourced their customer service to call centres in India because the staff there speak good English. But the Pacific says it's got the skills and the staff to compete. And now the region's claiming a share of this thriving industry. Clement Paligaru has the story.
When the Australian bank ANZ decided to set up a call centre in the Pacific, it chose Fiji, the hub of its regional operations.
Thank you for calling, Avinash. You have a lovely day.
Fiji sort of ticks the boxes because we've got access to a whole bunch of talented youngsters that come from the University of South Pacific. It's got the infrastructure in terms of reliability around electricity, power, the Southern Cross cable, so we can get communications across the whole of Pacific.
Both payments?
Servicing the Pacific and parts of Asia, the call centre operates around the clock all year.
Not only does it do what call centres do in terms of customer inquiries, it actually does processing for our customers across the whole of the Pacific. So if I give you an example, we could have a customer from Papua New Guinea who's on holiday in say, Australia. They've lost their credit card. The Fiji operator would actually then take the call, and in that case would block the credit card, would then order a new credit card, and hopefully within 24 hours would get a new credit card to the person in Australia.
Thank you. One moment, please.
The Fiji government wants 10,000 call centres, and it's pitching at companies scouting the Pacific, like global call centre provider Mindpearl.
Fiji is connected through what they refer to as the Southern Cross cable, which is an underwater cable that goes through the Pacific. They definitely have the infrastructure to handle a call centre, and if we went there, we wouldn't be the first. There's already a call centre that's functioning very well.
28th of July?
The Pacific also claims to have clearer English than India, which dominates the industry.
The negativity that surrounds India doesn't come through because the people believe it's a South Pacific accent. They speak clearly, and I feel confident that Fiji could be a possible location.
A consortium in American Samoa also wants a slice of the lucrative international call centre industry. It's a US territory with an American education system and accent.
I watched the PNG play. That was good. You were there, obviously.
That neutral or international accent is one of the territory's selling points.
There are some types of calls that can much better be handled by what is called a neutral accent, and where people answering those calls understand American idioms and the little idiosyncrasies of the language, which we find lacking in call centers overseas.
The call centre project needs substantial infrastructure, particularly a high-speed fibre optic cable network to link American Samoa with the US mainland. It's hoped that by 2009, the territory will be hooked up with an underwater cable network which already links the US with Hawaii, Fiji, New Zealand and Australia.
What this will do is increase the capacity of telecommunications services, the speed, the efficiency, and bring us into the 21st century in terms of telecommunications.
The territory hopes to establish a call centre business to rival the tuna industry, which dominates the local economy.
It is potentially the most important thing that has ever happened here economically, ever, including the canneries.
Each year, many young American Samoans still leave for better opportunities on the US mainland. But it's hoped call centres offering better wages and working conditions would stop the brain drain.
People are going to be staying here, and they're going to be employed at a pay scale where they can afford to have a home, and they're going to be building homes. They're going to be buying cars. They're going to want to buy more expensive clothing and better quality food even. And all of these things are going to help bring the economy up in many ways.
Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
And you can find out more about this thriving industry for the Pacific at our website, australianetwork.com/Pacific Pulse. New Caledonia has been a dominant force in Pacific swimming for years. As a French territory, its swimmers benefit from French government funding to train and compete in Europe. But Papua New Guinea is in shape to take on New Caledonia and the world. Here's the voice of sport on Radio Australia, Brendon Telfer.
This is the next generation of Papua New Guinea swim stars. Here at the Baroko Swim Club in Port Moresby, national coach Liz Wells and her team have been moulding champions for years.
It's water. Kids love to play in water, and Papua New Guinea is surrounded by water, rivers. Everywhere you go, you see young children playing in water. So I think it's splashing each other, it's racing each other to the end of the pool. It's just having a really good time. What you're going to concentrate is easy, hard. So easy 50, hard 50. Off you go.
That enthusiasm helps PNG convert challenges into opportunities.
We're now going to work 2 25 sprints.
So Liz doesn't think her swimmers are disadvantaged, training in a 25-metre pool instead of the regulation 50.
It's easier to coach in a 25-metre pool because you're able to watch all the children in a smaller area. They do very good turn practice. They love short course championships, and they feel that they can swim faster in a 25-metre pool.
And Papua New Guinea's young swimmers also have a homegrown champion and role model, Ryan Penny, who won an incredible 8 gold medals at the 2007 South Pacific Games in Apia. So they're racing then in the men's 200 metres individual medley. Ryan went on to make the final of the 100 metres butterfly at the Beijing Olympic Games.
He's the swimmer's mentor. He talks to them, he can get down to their level and chat and motivate them at competitions.
Ryan Penny beginning to swim away from him, realise the damage. There's Penny home, a new record. Does he inspire you?
Yeah, because I want to swim fly better.
Yeah, he inspires me to train hard and strive harder for my goals, and hopefully I'll get there one day.
You're going to get a gold medal at the Olympic Games one day?
If I can make it, that's for sure.
High elbow coming up like that and fingertips going in the water sideways.
As the hard work of training continues from junior level up, PNG is clearly aiming to rival New Caledonia in its own pool when they clash at the next Pacific Games in Noumea in 2011.
They're very good because they train in French, so they have more better facilities than us.
Hopefully we can beat them, but we don't look at the outcome, we always look at the process of getting there. So if the children keep training hard and we keep having good, safe pools, then yes, we will be there.
And that's Pacific Pulse for another week. We'll leave you with a taste of Australian Indigenous dance on stage at the Festival of Pacific Arts in Pungo Pungo. Bye for now.
This one's called the kangaroo dance. The kangaroo.